Hey, happy Saturday, cousins. It's been a while, but today we're going to talk about YouTube couples who are getting divorced. And some of them blame it on YouTube. So the minimal mom, she divorces her husband, Tom. There's a few other couple, but I wanted to spend some time uh, talking about this couple because we see this all the time with couples getting married, wives putting up with, dealing with, and just praying and believing God for it to work out. So that's what we're going to talk about this morning. I haven't done a live in a while, but I need to start doing more lives because a lot of you are saying you're not getting the notifications, so on and so forth. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let me share this out and try to get a few more people in the room. Thank you so much. Shout out to our new cousins who are subscribing. I absolutely love you. I adore you. I really appreciate you checking me out and sharing my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and share this out and get a few more people in the room. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well with you. Spring is speedily approaching, okay? Spring is speedily approaching, and I know a lot of you are looking forward to spring because you don't like winter. I love winter. It's my favorite season. So let me share this out and get a few more people in the room. And if you're a YouTuber, you have a YouTube channel, you could drop your you could say in the comments, share my channel, please. Okay, but you must be a YouTuber because we're also helping you to grow your channel. Okay, I'm going to be playing this channel from another. Okay, hold on. My husband's coming in. Okay, he's in. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. So I'm going to be playing the video from Millennial Meg's channel. Shout out to Millennial Meg. I gave her a super chat, a thanks, because I'm going to be playing the video from her channel because she included some other tidbits about the couple. Tom, the husband, made a video and then he deleted the video. So from Meg's channel, we'll be able to get a few tidbits that that's not included. I did listen to Millennial's mom video. A lot of people are upset that she just basically laughed through the video. I think that was nervousness. I don't think that was I don't think that she's not grieving. I just think that she's nervous and it's shocking. Even though they've been divorced since last year, but actually telling the public is something else, okay? So put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? One in the chat, a one in the chat. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone is hearing me. Okay. So let's just go ahead and start. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I know it takes time to hear. There's a delay. Okay. So let me go ahead and share Millennial's mom video and go over to her channel, subscribe, and share it out for me. So I'm just going to play like a few seconds of it. If you watch decluttered videos and stuff like that, you should know Millennial Mom. She's one of the most popular minimal moms on YouTube. Okay.
Yes, I do believe. Okay, no, YouTube didn't cause this. Yes, I do believe that we have tried everything and we involved other people and professionals. Yes, I am very sad about it. And if you are shocked or surprised about this, I would expect you to be, because I worked very hard to make sure that no one knew this was going on behind the scenes. But what we did share together wasn't fake. I actually really loved the side of Tom that would come out when we would video together. That wasn't fake at all. It just wasn't the full story. Okay, so I want to get that out there quick.
Okay, so that's top. That's I said millennial, minimal mom, Dawn. Okay, she's a twin. Her sister's name is Diane. Or is it Diana? And here is Tom's video. Again, Tom deleted his video because he basically said that everything Dawn said was not true. Okay. So he deleted his video. I think he was getting some pushback from it, or maybe he put it in private. I think he said he deleted it. Okay. So here's Tom.
Hey, welcome back to Rusty Judgment. If we have not met before, my name is Tom. Most likely, though, we've met before, and it's good to see you. In this video, I want to recap some of the things from last week's video. There was an overwhelming amount of comments and emails and just things that I did not anticipate or expect. I was able to take the kids on a vacation to Florida last week and just talk about like some upcoming changes that are going to be happening like around the house here, and then just some projects that we're going to be doing moving forward. So last week's video that came out, I had no idea the amount of views and comments and just attention it was going to get. I didn't anticipate that for Dawn's video or my own video. I wasn't originally going to post a video about it, but then you all were flooding my comments and my email inbox with messages and emails that I felt the need that I had to publish that video that I had already created. And then a lot of people had asked, where'd the video go? There's a lot of dark things on the internet that are very false. And then there's a lot of love and support. And I'm so grateful for the kind community that there is here. I just took the video down because I felt like, there was a lot of good things from it. And I didn't really want any of the negative attention. I thought, the message has been portrayed, what kind of happened. And I don't know, I just wanted to leave it at that. So I took the video down because I don't know. I don't like negative attention. And so I guess I didn't really realize it was going to be there was going to have negative attention to it. I mean, obviously,
but a one in the chat, if you can hear me.
I appreciate all of the supportive and like helpful, loving comments that I got. I would say, it was easily 95% just love and support and care and just like really great people. You guys are very great people, and I probably read too many of the comments. But I want to read the comments because I care what people say and I care what people think. So my experience with this over the last week with all of the emails and everything that have come through is just a message of hope and love and like a team of people rooting for me, rooting for Dawn, rooting for our children.
That's good.
And I just want to thank you and tell you how kind you are. I would love it if you would subscribe. We are going to keep making videos on this channel. It will be a little different, as you could imagine. Some things have to change, but we'll keep making videos here. I also wanted to mention real quick too, like some of the...
Okay. All right. So that's Tom. And maybe I should show you one of... Well, you've seen the videos of them making the video. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. So this couple is getting a divorce. And again, we're going to watch this from Millennial Meg. Millennial Meg. There are a few other people who did reviews on this, but I really like her take because she's divorced. She was a Christian. I believe she's still a Christian. And so I wanted to do the video from her perspective. I did go on her channel and give her a couple of dollars and just put that I was going to be reviewing the video. Okay. So I'm going to review the video and then I'm going to talk it through. All righty. Are you guys seeing that? Okay, great. Goody. All right. So this is Millennial Meg talking about reviewing Minimum Mom's video.
There are a couple of big things you should know. Number one, if you saw the title, and that's welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Megan, and this is my mess. This is my unique, strange crocodile in the living room, potty in the living room life. So welcome. Today, there are a couple.
We know if we have kids, the potties are all over the house, right? Little Michael had a potty down here in the living room and one upstairs in the bedroom and one upstairs in the guest room. He had 3 potties.
Of big things you should know. Number one, if you saw the title and that's why you're here, we are absolutely going to talk about Dawn from the Minimal Mom and her divorce from her ex-husband Tom. So do not worry. But before we get to that, I am going to set the stage, just let you know what you're going to actually be seeing, what the visuals are. I typically do, again, if you're new here, I do cleanups and tidying and decluttering. So today's episode is decluttering that. Well, no, not decluttering. Sorry. Today's episode is cleaning and tidying the house. Also, here is some split pea soup that was amazing.
Oh, I love split pea.
But we're going to be tidying up because it is my son and stepdaughter's birthday. So oh boy. Yes, I never clean out the air fryer. I am disgusting. But we'll get to it. So yeah, so we're going to tidy up because it is it's a double birthday weekend and we're going to have a celebratory dinner. We're going to have cake. We're going to have
and let me just say, I love her title, which is why I wanted to do the video, Exposing the Unfair Burden of a Christian Wife. I love that. I might even go back over there, give her a couple more dollars, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yes. Exposing the unfair burden of a Christian wife. And we know Christian wives are expected to put up with, deal with, tolerate all kind of behavior, which is where I got the idea of the naked wife. The Lord gave me the idea of the naked wife because there's a lot of Christian wives who are naked wives. And in this video, you will hear about the naked wife. So be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Let me know what you think about this video. Okay.
Tart. We're going to have a balloon shaped like a dinosaur. It's going to be amazing. But that is why we're cleaning and that is why we're tidying up the whole house. We've got the guest bathroom here. We have the kitchen. We have the living room. We have my bedroom and bathroom. So that's what you're going to be watching on the screen. And what we will be talking about will sometimes, coincide with what you're watching and sometimes not. Hello, that is what I look like if you've never seen me. So let's get into it. Let's get into the drama. That is why some of you are here.
Right.
I will also, sorry, I know I'm giving a lot of caveats and warnings and stuff, but I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page before we start.
Right.
I am going to be saying some things about divorce and Christianity that might be upsetting to some people. So hello, Willow. That's Willow, the dog.
So it will not be upsetting to those of us who are aware of what's going on in marriages and dare I say the Christian marriage and the Christian home. For me, this is just a confirmation of everything I've said about marriage, Christian marriage, everything I've written in my book, The Naked Wife, about a lot of Christian wives putting up with dealing with. We know marriages go through, right? Every marriage go through. You don't always get along. You get on each other's nerves. So we know those, just like you do with your friends. I have one friend, she get on my nerves. She don't care. She still come and sit at my desk and talk to me, even when I'm not talking to her. And then I just get up and go to break with her. Okay. So irate. So we know that marriages go through. You have tits, tats, you have disagreements. That's just life, right? That's just marriage. That's just life. But then there is the putting up with, because we're Christians and we're married, and that means I should put up with your whatever you're doing that is harming our marriage, harming me, and harming our children. And I speak up against that. I am against that. I've been married to my husband 12 years, And I would never put up with, deal with, and accept and tolerate foolishness. Okay? I'm not going to do that. Again, as married people, marriages go through, right? You, even with your kids. Sometimes my little Michael was upset with my husband last night because daddy told him to go to bed. I said, "Why are you crying, Michael?" He said, "Daddy told me to go to bed." I said, "Well, that's not something to cry about." "It is to me, but I think he forgot it's Friday night and I can stay up as long as I can on Friday nights." It was like, I don't know what time it was, like 10 o'clock? I don't remember. Marriage, family go through. So I don't want you to think that couples do not go through and marriages. I don't want you to think that, because I think some people think that. And that's not the way life is. Marriages go through, life happens, you have disagreements. You might not like what somebody say. They might say something that upsets you. But at the end of the day, you know, anything that you can work out in the marriage, just go ahead and work it out. Some things cannot be worked out. I believe that. Some things cannot be worked out.
So if you are a conservative Christian who has strong opinions about divorce and Jesus and the Bible and what the Bible says about divorce, this might not be the video for you. It might not. But if you are okay keeping an open, my gosh, I guess I'm a little nervous today. But if you are willing to keep an open mind and listen to someone's perspective who was a divorced Christian, then stay tuned. So also look at this bedding. I really want to get new bedding, guys. I really, really want to get new bedding. I will insert some photos of the exact bedding that I would like to get, but it's something I need to kind of save up for because it's from Anthropology and it's expensive. Oh, there's also a set from the company store that is like a collab with Rifle Paper Company. That would be cool too. But anyway, on to the divorce. You can tell I am very scared to say what I'm about to say because it is very touchy and I don't want to lose people, but this is the truth, at least from my perspective. There's Archie. So if you have heard, I am assuming you have, Dawn from The Minimal Mom is divorced. She has been divorced since October, so it has been a few months. This has come as a great shock to many of us here in the decluttering minimalism, well, I'm not really a minimalist, as you can see, but the aspiring minimalism community. And I watched her video. I also watched her ex-husband Tom's video, which he has taken down in the days after he originally posted it. When I watched Dawn's video,
and that's why I'm doing Millennial Meg's video, because Tom took down his video. Okay, so Millennial Meg has like an overview of both sides. Okay, all right. Shout out to Millennial Meg. Let me share her video, by the way. I'll share her video.
Oh, I'll just share my reaction to it, my initial reaction. I was happy for her. I mean, obviously, I'm sad when anyone gets divorced. It's especially if they have children. I don't think anyone goes into marriage thinking that they're going to get divorced or expecting that they're going to get divorced. I think that would be a little bit silly.
I actually do disagree with her here. I believe some people get married knowing it's not going to work out. Like in my book, The Naked Wife, when I talk to the wives, some of them told me, "Oh, I knew it wasn't going to work out. I knew I shouldn't have married him." I think that if people go into marriage not wanting to get divorced, that we will do a better job of vetting the people we're going to get married. And I think if we do a better job, like for me, when I got married, I got married knowing I have done everything in my power to possibly choose the right man, vet him properly. There was nothing that I needed to know about my husband that I didn't know before I married him. I asked every question I can possibly ask. I looked at every document that I can possibly look at. And thank God, 12 years later, I've had no surprises. Okay? So I disagree that people get married not wanting divorce. I think people Some people get married knowing it's not going to work out. And I think people get married for all the wrong reasons, okay? They don't get married for all the right reasons.
To make that kind of a commitment legally if you didn't really mean it. So it is always a sad situation. Dawn herself said that she feels sad. Oh, the dogs are barking in real life now. So yeah, it's not a good situation when people get divorced, and especially when they have children. However, I also believe that divorce has a time and place in our society, and that there are certainly circumstances under which divorce is necessary and justified, and when it is absolutely the best option. Maybe both
I
people
agree.
don't think it's the
I
best
totally
option,
agree with
but
that.
I think in Dawn's case, it sounds like it was the best option for her
Yes.
in a slew of options that weren't great.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, and it also sounds, I know Tom's video is down, but if you didn't see it, I'll get into it in a minute. It sounds like he did not think it was the best decision.
Right.
But, it was kind of like a little too late in their case.
Yeah.
So let's get in a little bit deeper. So what did Dawn say? Dawn said that they had been married for 16 years.
Mhm.
They had, always from the beginning had some challenges, but they were coming at marriage from a place of commitment. They both are Christians who believe that marriage is, a covenant and a
Mhm.
commitment for life. And so Dawn said that she knew it would be a challenge, that she viewed it as, something that would be refining for her, and that she was
Okay, stop right there. Dawn said she knew the marriage was going to be a challenge. Get up and walk around the chair. Walk around the chair. So you knew. But I think this is Christian brainwashing. You knew the marriage was going to be a challenge. Let me rewind what Meg said.
deeper. So what did Dawn say? Dawn said that they had been married for 16 years. They had, always from the beginning had some challenges, but they were coming at marriage from a place of commitment. They both are Christians who believe that marriage is, a covenant and a commitment for life. And so Dawn said that she knew it would be a challenge, that she viewed it as, something that would be refining for her.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. She knew the marriage would be a challenge. Come on, church. I might have to do a part 2 on this video. You married Doug. Lord Jesus, I need to do a video on that one too. You married Tom knowing the marriage would be a challenge. Why would you want to marry a man, spend the rest of your life with him, have babies with him, build a life with him, lay down next to him, trust him with you, your heart, your body, your mind, your soul, your finances, your future, your children, and the rest of your life, but you knew it would be a challenge? Tell me why. You know why? Because you thought it would be refining. Come on. In the book of Malachi, it talks about the refiner's fire. Your marriage is not supposed to be refining. What are you being refined by your marriage for? Your marriage is not supposed to be a struggle. Your marriage is not supposed to be hard. Do we go through hard times? Yes. Does stuff happen in our lives and in our marriages? Yes. But it's God's intention for your marriage, your life on earth with your husband that is supposed to be forever. What do we say over here, ladies? Marriage is the second most important decision of your life. The man you choose will determine the rest of your life. So why would you want to marry a man knowing it was going to be challenging? I want to know. But a lot of Christian women do this. A lot of Christian women choose challenging husbands. Husbands where you need to struggle and put up with and deal with and be refined. And for the life of me, I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me. For the life of me, I don't know how y'all lay down with these men and make babies with them. Because my husband, no, honey. If stuff ain't stuffing, if stuff is not right, ain't nothing happen. And stuff, don't even look over here. Don't. She doesn't work. If stuff is not right between me and my husband, she don't work. Ain't nothing popping off. I'm on the edge of the bed, one slither, about to fall off. So why, ladies, why would you choose a husband knowing it's going to be challenging? Do you not love yourself? Huh? Do you not want to be loved and adored and cherished? Do you not think that God, our Father, has the best for you? Do you not think that God, the Lord Jesus Christ, want his love being expressed through his husband for you? Why do you think God wants you to live a challenging life, struggling life, worrying life, putting up with? So think about your kids. Don't you want the best for your children? Huh? Does anybody listening want your kids to struggle and go through? Yes, life happens. Little Michael has a very difficult teacher this year, and I'm praying. 4th grade. And you know what me and Daddy told little Michael? Sometimes it's not going to be easy all the time. And sometimes you're going to have some challenging teachers. And we're just going to have to put up with it. We're going to, somebody said, move him out of the class. Hang on, y'all. My daughter's phone going on. I can't find my daughter's phone. Oh, it's right here. Move him out the class. Other kids have gotten moved out the class. I said, no, we're not going to move out the class. We're going to stay right in here. And we're going to go through this because you're just in the 4th grade. You have to go all the way up to 8th grade. Then you got to do high school. Then you got to do college. So there are times we're praying. I pray every day for God to show us favor wherever he goes. He's going to have all good teachers and they're going to show him favor. But sometimes you're going to experience some challenges and you need to go through it. But your marriage that you are to spend the rest of your life with is not supposed to be challenging. It's not supposed to be a challenge. It's not supposed to be a refiner's fire. But a lot of Christian women have this mentality of, I knew it was going to be challenged, but I thought it was going to be a refiner. What? Say what?
They both are Christians who believe that marriage is, a covenant and a commitment for life. And so Dawn said that she knew it would be a challenge, that she viewed it as, something that would be refining for her, and that she was up for it. She was up for it. She loved Tom, and she knew it would be a little bit difficult, but she was willing and able to proceed. Tom, I don't think he spoke a lot about it.
I could never love a man who's going to make me struggle and make me go through, make me have a challenge in life. What? How do you respect, honor, adore, praise a man like that wants you to struggle and go through? Make it make sense to me, cousins. Make it make sense.
About it in his video as far as like when they got together, but it sounds like he also understood marriage was not, going to be all rosy all the time. Now, here's where things, it sounds like, were challenging. So from Dawn's perspective and from Tom's perspective, in both of their videos, they shared that they had some rough times, and that the rough times lasted for many years, for most of the years, if not all of the years of their marriage.
Okay, so they have some rough times. So we already know that we're going to have some rough times, right? Everybody do. Everybody have rough times, even in our physical bodies, right? Even in our physical bodies, I'm trying to help you to draw. Oh, what's going on? I'm trying to help you to draw a comparison between your marriage and everything else in your life. Okay? We have tough times in our bodies, right? My little boy had a cold this week. He's going to the doctor today because when we took him to the urgent care, they said to take him to his doctor for a follow-up where he's going today. And his physical, this is March, so his physical is next month. We're just going to go ahead and get his physical done. Well, guess what's going to happen today? He needs to get blood. My son hates to get blood. It's bloody murder, okay? Last year I had to sit on him for the nurse to get some blood. But guess what it's going to do? It's going to show us how your organs are working, your body's working, how everything is working, how your heart and liver and kidneys and everything is working. So there are times that you're going to face some challenges in your life, but it's not supposed to last forever. They had tough times that last forever. Years. Say what? No.
That she knew it would be a challenge, that she viewed it as, something that would be refining for her, and that she was up for it. She was up for it. She loved Tom, and she knew it would be a little bit difficult, but she was willing and able to proceed. Tom, I don't think he spoke a lot about it in his video as far as like when they got together, but it sounds like he also understood marriage was not, going to be all rosy all the time. Now, here's where it sounds like were challenging. So from Dawn's perspective and from Tom's perspective, in both of their videos, they shared that they had some rough times, and that the rough times lasted for many years, for most of the years, if not all of the years of their marriage.
All of the years, your rough times last many years, if not all the years of their marriage. 16 years? 16 years of dealing with, putting up with, accepting, praying, trying to no, there is no way. No, God forbid it. The devil is a lie. I'm putting up with 16. Can you imagine 16 years of going through foolishness and struggling and putting up and dealing? I don't think so. No, that is not God's will for our lives, ladies. That is not God's will for our lives. Stop accepting it.
And that for all 16 of the years, Tom struggled with emotional regulation. He had some anger issues, it sounds like, and Dawn was the one who primarily was trying to work on things.
So he had anger issues. He had issues balancing his emotions, anger issues, and Dawn, the wife, has been the one trying to work on it, right? Trying to stick it through, I'm going to pray for my husband. I know it's going to be hard, but God is refining me. No, dear, that is not God's will. First of all, you shouldn't have married him. That's a man you should not. I'm talking to the single ladies that's dating for marriage. That's not a man you marry. One of the first things my dad tell me, make sure you see him angry before you marry him. If you see him angry, see what he will do before you marry him. So you went in this marriage. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Let me rewind.
I think she made their videos. They shared that they had some rough times, and that the rough times lasted for many years, for most of the years, if not all of the years of their marriage. And that for all 16 of the years, Tom struggled with emotional regulation. He had some anger issues, it sounds like, and Dawn was the one who primarily was trying to work on things. I think she made a comment in her video saying something along the lines of,
I said?
I was under the impression that there was nothing that a praying wife couldn't overcome.
Remember what I said? It takes two people, the husband and the wife, working together to make it work, to make your marriage work. Marriage is two people, a husband, let me just clarify, a husband and a wife, a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, plus the Godhead. And what we've had and have, especially in the Christian home, are the wives working on the marriage. Right? What we've had are our wives working on the marriage, struggling to keep the marriage together. The husband acting like a spoiled little brat to a 2-year-old child. And the burden has been on the wife. And she's struggling and fighting and begging and pleading for the marriage to work. But ma'am, ladies, you cannot maintain a marriage by yourself. You cannot maintain a marriage by itself, because a marriage is not intended for one person to be maintained. A marriage takes the husband and the wife together, work it together to make it work. Righteous Rima. This is why the Bible days the dad picked out the spouse for the daughter, because they know how bad men can get. Hey, Celine, Destinies, good morning. While she was working on the marriage, trying to save the marriage, he was over here just having temper tantrums, can't regulate his emotions and all this foolishness. And this is why I keep telling y'all, ladies, stop marrying men, especially young ladies who are your own age. If you are both 27, you're 27 and he's 20 years old. He has not grown up. He has not matured. He has not become a man. And if you as a grown man do not know how to regulate your emotions, you're a little boy. He's not an adult. He's not mature. We all get angry. The Bible says, be ye angry and sin not. All of us get angry. I get angry. I raise my voice, and that's something I'm working on. Everybody get angry, but you should know how to regulate yourself. That's what we teach our kids, right? My little boy get angry. He get upset. I tell him, Michael, deep breathe, deep breath, in and out 10 times. And he said, Mommy, I was in class and I didn't understand. I couldn't understand. I didn't get the answer. I couldn't understand. And he said, I took deep breaths, Mommy. I remember what you said. Deep breaths 10 times, and that will make you feel better. But a grown 40-some-year-old man don't know how to regulate your emotions. But you know what? Guess what? He never knew how to regulate his emotions. She knew he could not regulate her emotions. This is why she said she knew the marriage would be challenging, but she thought it would be a refinement. This is why you do not, ladies, marriage is not a job. This is why you do not marry males who have not matured. It's the same thing with their dingling. He's slinging his dingling and all over, having kids all over. He has not got control of his dingling. That is not a man you married. A man who has not gotten control of his emotions and know how to regulate his emotions is not a male you marry. He is still a little toddler. Ara's Academy, hey, Destiny, hey. Exactly, we are all having to be strong. Hey, Carolyn. Hello, Princess. Angel, hello. Thank you, guys. Be sure to subscribe, okay? Let's rewind what she said.
Nothing that a praying wife couldn't overcome. Now, here's where things, it sounds like, were challenging. So from Dawn's perspective and from Tom's perspective, in both of their videos, they shared that they had some rough times, and that the rough times lasted for many years, for most of the years, if not all of the years of their marriage. And that for all 16 of the years, Tom struggled with emotional regulation. He had some anger issues, it sounds like. And Dawn was the one who primarily was trying to work on things. I think she made a comment in her video saying something along the lines of, I was under the impression that there was nothing that a praying wife couldn't overcome, right? That if you have a strong faith and you have a strong commitment, that you can overcome anything in your marriage.
So this is another lie. This is the lie they tell you, right? She saw his emotional imbalance, his anger outbursts, his inability to control and regulate his emotion. But you know what? She lied to herself and told herself. This is what a lot of Christian women do. A lot of Christian women lie to themselves and say, oh, that's nothing a praying wife can overcome. And if you have faith, you can pray. So 16 years, baby, how is it going? You're divorced. You know why? You're not supposed to be struggling through your marriage all these years. You're not supposed to marry a man and pray him through so that he can become the husband you need him to be. If he is not the husband you need, do not marry him. Right? He's a Mr. He is what you call a Mr. Potential. Because she saw all of that before. That's why she said, I knew it's going to be challenging, but that's nothing for a praying wife. And if you have faith, that ladies do not. And again, let me say, because I know somebody's going to say I'm judging. Granted, there's nothing wrong with judging. And they put it out on the internet. If they didn't put it out, we wouldn't know. Okay. Ladies, you are not to help a man to become the man you need him to be in order for you to marry him and enjoy your life with him. If he is not the husband you need, when you accept his proposal, do not marry him. If he needs to work on his finances, don't marry him. If he needs to work on his anger issues, don't marry him. If he needs to work on stop beating you, don't anger him. If he got work on keeping the ding-a-ling in the pants, do not marry him. Do not marry a man who is not what you want him to be when you are saying I do. If you need to pray him through, if it's nothing that you, a praying wife, can't go through and tolerate, please do not marry him. Because you know what's going to happen? You will end up getting tired. And that's what we're going to hear. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because I have a 9 o'clock mentoring session. You're going to end up being tired, worn out, lose faith. I think Proverbs talk about the heart. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. So for 16 years, she prayed. And she went through the refiner's fire. And she put up with, deal with, accept. And the nigga still didn't change. Went to counseling, did all kind of stuff. And he still was a male and not a man. And this is why you do not marry males who are not men. Destiny says it's always expected for us to pray until our limbs fall off. Ladies, don't marry a man where you got to pray him through for him to become what you want him to be. Destiny carrying the whole marriage on our backs by ourselves. Right. And that was not God's intention, right? Marriage takes 2 people working at it. Even the Bible says if you see danger ahead, don't walk into it. But that's a lot of women do. Okay. Naeem J. Work Tour. Hey, she said noted. Don't walk in it. Danger, danger. Why would you walk in a burning building? And talk about, oh, I believe the Lord will see me through. No, ma'am.
Marriage. So she really did, it sounds like, believe that. And it sounds like Tom took advantage of that. It sounds like Tom believed that that was what was going to be the situation forever.
And what happened? Millennial Meg says, because, listen, ladies, this how you know they don't love you. This how you know they don't love you. Instead of him working with her on the marriage, you know what he did? Took advantage. Oh, she ain't going nowhere. Or she's going to put up with it. Or she'll deal with it. Or she can handle it. You know why? He doesn't love you. In the end, he does not love you. First of all, if he loved you, he would get his straight. If he loved you, he would get his behind right and get his behind straight. But because he doesn't love you, you know what he says? Oh, she'll put up with it. Or she can deal with it.
And for the majority of their marriage, here's where I'm going to add some speculation in my own opinion, because I don't know them personally. So this is just my outside opinion, observation, I guess, based on what they've said. It sounds like Dawn was probably a little bit stuck. It sounds like Tom was the one who was making the money. He was working outside of the home, and she was the one.
Okay, so she was stuck financially. Listen to this, ladies.
At home with their 4 children. And she was homeschooling, and she was focused on all of the home stuff and the church stuff. And
homeschooling 4 kids. No, ma'am. No.
The community stuff. And Tom was the one making the money. When women are in that position.
Okay, let me stop right there. What I tell y'all. I don't care how good he is. I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care how good the D is. I don't care how much he's putting it down. I don't care, baby. If you have got to bake some cookies and everybody can bake cookie. Ain't nobody that can bake no cookie. If you've got to bake some cookies and put your face on it and walk around your neighborhood and say Janice's best cookies, you better do it. Always have some form of income coming into the house. Hey, Kirby. Desperation, destiny. That's right. Lack of patience, choosing wrong man because of lack of discernment. Ooh, powerful. Thank you. Diamond said real. All ladies always have some money. This is 2025. There's so many ways to make money today. You don't even have to leave your house. Get on YouTube and talk to people. You could make a couple of dollars. Okay? So Meg, listen to what Meg is saying now. This is powerful. Let me rewind it a little bit.
He did, it sounds like, believe that. And it sounds like Tom took advantage of that. It sounds like Tom believed that that was what was going to be the situation forever. And for the majority of their marriage.
And let me tell you, when you start doing that out, they think that's going to be it forever. One of the young girls was getting married and she was so excited. She started cooking every day. I said, don't do it. I told her, I said, boo-boo, do not cook every day. You could cook every other day. Not cooking every day don't mean y'all don't eat. You could cook 2 meals, okay? We cook 2 or 3 meals at a time. When I cook 2 meals. When my husband cooked, he cooked 2 meals. That are 3, and that will last us for the week. She kept cooking every day because she started completely tired. I told you not to cook every day. She finally broke. I said, Janice, girl, I got to take a break. I can't. I am exhausted. She didn't cook for like a whole month, maybe 2 months. She said, I'm not cooking. We're just going to have to eat out. Whatever you start out doing when you're married or in the relationship, the men, they're going to expect it the entirety of the marriage. This is why you do not marry builder males, Mr. Potential, fixer-uppers, and men who want you to bring stuff to the table, men you have to struggle with because they expect that the entirety of the marriage. This is why when women start going through menopause, they don't understand. They don't understand, which is why marriage counselors need to talk about this in marriage counseling. Because you used to dish it out every night. You get about whatever age menopause, 55, 60, and your body change, and you can't, you don't. Now the coworker, she had breast cancer. She didn't have a libido. Her husband started cheating like the next week. Why? They don't, for some reason, this is why marriage counseling is important, and this is why continuing marriage counseling is important. It cannot click in their head that things has changed. that they need to change and things change. If your wife is going through breast cancer, sir, your wife is dying, huh? Your wife got her breast cut off, and all you can think about is some sex. Your wife just had a baby, and all you could think about is you ain't got no food to eat. Ladies, this is why you got to talk to them and choose husbands who care about you and love you. Because a man who cares about you and love you will never mistreat you. He will never do it.
Marriage, here's where I'm going to add some speculation in my own opinion, because I don't know them personally. So this is just my outside opinion, observation, I guess, based on what they've said. It sounds like Dawn was probably a little bit stuck. It sounds like Tom was the one who was making the money. He was working outside of the home, and she was the one at home with their 4 children. And she was homeschooling, and she was focused on all of the home stuff and the church stuff and the community stuff. And Tom was the one making the money. When women are in that position, they don't have a lot of options.
Right.
And it does sound like Dawn has a very supportive family. It sounds like her parents are extremely supportive. That's who she's living with right now. So maybe it wasn't necessarily that Dawn needed money in order to be confident in leaving. But I think for many, most women who are in a relationship with this dynamic where they don't have their own financial income, and they don't maybe have anything outside of mothering and wifing and maybe church, they don't have anything outside of that they feel like they're good at, or they feel like they're excelling. I think women feel stuck. And I would argue also, just through my own observations as a counselor and as somebody who is in a group counseling setting myself as a client, so I hear about other people's marriages very intimately. I think even women who have their own money sometimes, or their own career, sometimes feel stuck because of commitment and because of, church, which I'm about to get into. So from my perspective, again, this is just speculation. I don't know these people personally. It seems like Dawn was probably putting up with a lot and working very hard on her end to deal with Tom's emotional regulation issues. It sounds like she was.
So she was putting up with a lot. These same emotional issues she knew about before she married him, because she said, I knew it was going to be a struggle. Okay? So not only was she going through a lot with a grown big baby, a grown behind man, then she went and had 4 babies for the little boy. 4 babies she had for that little boy. Huh? Then you're homeschooling your 4 kids, putting up with your little boy husband, having 4 babies and homeschooling them. And kids have emotional stuff. Ooh, I can't stand the whining. Ooh, and my little boy, he can whine sometimes. And I could pull my hair out. Lexi never whined. She was never a whiner. Lexi was a trooper. Maybe because we was going through it. But little Michael, he whined. I can't take it. Let me tell you, I will clean poop all day just to avoid 5 minutes of whining. I can't deal with the whining. So can you imagine you have children that children whine, you're dealing with their emotional imbalance. She's homeschooling them, which means she's not getting a break at all. At least if the kids go to school, you have 5 or 6 hours where you could just sit down and breathe one day. One day you could just lay on the couch and watch TV, or take you a nice bath, or just go to the mall and walk around. She can't do none of that because she got the 4 kids at home. She don't never get a break. And after school, she got to deal with the homework and dinner, and then her little boy husband come home and have to deal with him. She never gets a break. And now she did a video that says she basically, she regretted homeschooling. She would not do it again. Send the kids to school, especially if you have a difficult marriage. You have a lot of kids. You have a difficult marriage. You have a little boy husband. Send those kids to school so you could get a few minutes of break. And not that you need breaks from your kids, but sometimes you just need some alone time. She never get no alone time. I always tell people, I don't need a break from my kids. The only break I need is for them to go to school. Once they come from school, we're good. I take my kids on my date and everything. We went to a nice dinner on Saturday. We took little Michael. Alexi was away for the weekend. So not only was she putting up with dealing with a grown behind husband, that she had 4 kids that she was homeschooling. That's a whole lot of responsibility. We're going to end it in a few minutes because I have a 9 o'clock session.
She was probably the one putting in the work, putting in the effort, and probably the one who was praying and, you know, crying out to God and talking to her friends and talking to her pastor. And she said she has a twin sister who is a pastor. She was probably really, really trying to figure out what her part in all of this was and how she could make it better. And if she could just be a better wife, or if she could be more supportive.
I'm going to end it right there. You cannot be a better wife to a man, to a little boy. Right? And so women, we beat ourselves up. Say, maybe if I be a better wife, he'll change. No, boo-boo. The problem is not you. The problem is him. And until he works on himself and fix himself, you will never have a better marriage. But here's the problem. By the time these little boys grow up and mature and get ready to work on themselves, guess what? You're tired and you're not dealing with it. You're done. And this, we're going to find out this is what happened. I'm going to come back and finish this video maybe later tonight or another day. By the time they grow up, by the time the little boy grow up into a man and decide that he now is ready to work on the marriage, you are so tired, you are burnt out, and you are exhausted, and you ain't gonna deal with it no more. And that is exactly what happened. And that is exactly what happened to a lot of women. And then he's gonna say, when you love somebody, you don't give up on them. Sir, you've given up on your marriage for the last 16 years. So you just start trying. But you're mad that she's given up on you when she's been struggling with you for 16 years? Boy, bye. I have to go, cousins. I love you. I love you. I love you. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I have a 9 a.m. session. If you see trouble, don't walk into this. Thank you, Destiny. I guess she didn't like the school system. Walk away, mom. Maybe she didn't, honey, but there is no way I'm having a struggle with my husband and then keep all the kids at home. Child, no. I love you all. Comment below. And they will go after younger woman. And he talked about, I love her to watch. He'll end up with a younger woman after a while. I give him by the end of the year. Okay. I love y'all. Thank you so much for your love and support. That was only 11 minutes. Let's just say 12 minutes of the video. I'm going to come back and do maybe 2 more videos. Because she says some really important things that I want to get through your heads, ladies. And this is just a confirmation to all the things I've been saying, all the things I've written in my book, all the things I've said on my video, how you should not marry these men. I absolutely love you. I forgot my banner. For those of you who want to show me love and support on my channel, you can join my membership. My books are also available on Amazon. You know, that's what I ask. Please pick up my book, give it away to somebody. Go back and leave a glowing 5-star review. When you review my books on Amazon, go ahead and push my books to the front. Same thing on YouTube. When you leave a comment, thumbs up, and share the video out, YouTube, go ahead and push the videos. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Comment below. I'll talk to you later. I have a 9 o'clock session. I have to run. Mwah. Bye.